Hi everybody, I'm Liz Morrison here from The Fit Atlanta, and today I have my favorite person ever, Megan Kober from The Nutrition Addiction. So excited you're here. Thanks for coming.
I'm so excited too. This is fun.
I know, it is fun. So you are first of all, you are the Nutrition Addiction founder, but you're a registered dietitian, you're a former bartender, you and your husband are opening a bar.
Yes.
People are probably like, what? You're a nutritionist? And
there's a lot going on there.
You're opening a bar?
Yeah.
So tell us your story,
Sure.
How did you get started with the nutrition addiction and your background?
So I actually graduated 10 years ago to be a dietitian, and I wasn't really feeling it. I went through my internship and I was like, oh, this isn't really for me. I don't really know what I want to do. And I worked other jobs. I bartended. I did all kinds of stuff for several years. Yeah. And then I moved down to Atlanta, got a nutrition job down here. Didn't work out at all. Quit that. Had like a quarter life crisis, truly.
Yeah.
Decided to start a blog. Most millennials
The Nutrition
do.
Addiction is what you started.
That's what I started. And it really had just started out as something like 5 years ago. This was about 5 years ago. There was a lot of really great food blogs, but they were all just these beautiful pictures, like really fancy dinners, complicated meals.
Yeah. Like a chef creation.
Like cool to look at, but like nobody's actually making
Not
those.
realistic.
And I wanted to be like, you can make like really healthy, easy, delicious buffalo chicken tacos, and your whole family's gonna eat it. Like, why is no one talking about this?
Yeah.
So that's what it kind of started out as.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I worked another job for a couple of years. We ended up closing because we ran out of funding, and I just kind of took that as my, it's time for me to do this on my own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start seeing one-on-one clients and not just blogging about food. So I did that, and the main thing that I saw with these women that I was working with was that they all had really messed up metabolisms. Like they all came in, they were all overweight, but they were eating like 1,200 calories a day, and I was like, well, how are you not losing weight? You're not
eating anything.
And they were working out and everything. And what I figured out was, they had really damaged metabolisms. I related it to myself because I kind of went through the same thing years before that, restricting, and I was a lot heavier, and it wasn't until I started eating more food and working out less, to be honest, that I started losing weight. So I started doing all this research into, why this was happening, and I really became an expert in the field of metabolism and how to, what makes your metabolism function at an optimal level and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And so I started putting these women through my program. They were losing weight. They were eating more food. They were losing all this anxiety they had around eating food. And it was amazing. And so then from there, my business has now transitioned into, I have a whole program that I've created, the 30-Day Metabolism Makeover, that hundreds of women have now gone through and have been able to fix their metabolism.
Grown so much the past year. You now have waiting lists. You have so many clients you've helped. So if someone is going to take your program, Metabolism Makeover, what should they expect? What do they do?
Sure. So you sign up and you immediately get access to a portal with all the videos that I've created that kind of break down. It's broken down into 4 weeks, and then each week is broken down into like 4 or 5 different lessons. And week 1 is all about like blood sugar, metabolism, how your blood sugar affects your fat burning ability. And I really it's sort of the foundation where you walk through and you figure out like how everything you put in your mouth affects your metabolism and the way that you are able to burn fat.
Yeah.
Week 2 is all about working out. Like, what are the best types of workout to rev up your metabolism? What type of workouts don't work well? Pre and post workout nutrition, things like that.
Yeah.
Week 3 is what I call real life, and I think the week 3 is what I consider to be the most important, and what really sets Metabolism Makeover apart from other programs is that we talk about literally 50% of your life almost is weekends, holidays, vacation, travel. If you think about it, if you add it all up, it's probably half of your year, depending on how much you travel. And most programs don't look at that. So that's why so many of them, I think, fail is you're on
considering business people who are always on the go for work.
Yeah. And even if you're not traveling, you're on the go. And so you're eating lunch and dinner out every night because you have clients or whatever. So So we really hit that hard in week 3 to kind of teach you how to navigate all of that and how to literally not go off program. Like you're still on the program, but you're and it's not restrictive, and it's not making you feel like, you know, I can't have a glass of wine, I can't have French fries, I can't, you know, and we just work with you on how to get through those situations.
Yeah.
And then week 4 is sort of everything else. So stress, hormones, sleep, all those other things that affect your metabolism that you don't really realize. But they absolutely affect, because, you know, everything works together. All your hormones are talking. So your sleep hormones, your hunger hormones, your fat storing hormones, like they're all talking to each other. And so, you know, you need to be really mindful about getting 8 hours of sleep, just as mindful as you are about, you know, what you're eating for breakfast.
So I've noticed you share a lot of your testimonials of clients you've worked with. And one of the common things I see is that they're actually eating more, but losing weight, like you said. And like they can enjoy their glass of wine or their favorite food. How is it that they can do that? Like what's the secret?
So I think sometimes people think they're eating more and they may not necessarily. They just feel a lot more satisfied because I'm making sure that you're getting protein, healthy fat, and fiber.
Nutrients.
In every meal. So they're feeling a lot more full and satisfied. They're not hungry all day. So in some cases, I do think people are eating more. In some cases, I think they're not, and they just think they are because they're full. They feel good. They have energy. But some people are able to actually eat more because when you restrict, like those people that come to me that are eating 1,100 calories a day, even 13, their metabolism has just probably plummeted. You know, because these people are also the ones that are doing like Orange Theory and like all these like crazy workouts, and they're in this huge calorie deficit, and their body's like, oh my god, like.
Well, is it true too? Like if you're in that calorie deficit and you're constantly working out, you're not eating anything, like your body is going to store and hang on to that
everything
fat
because it has no idea
energy.
Yeah, I mean, it thinks you might be like stuck in the desert somewhere, not able to eat enough food. Like
it's like I'm going to keep this to survive.
Exactly.
Killing me.
Yeah. So we work on, and you know, usually with people that are really low, I'll say like, okay, you're not going to start eating like 1,800 calories a day. Like that's way too much, but we'll kind of
like reverse dieting?
Yeah, almost? A little bit. I mean, we don't, you know, and I'll add this too. We do weekly check-ins. So I'm able to individualize everyone's plan a little bit to kind of help them out if they've, you know, gone from eating barely anything to eating way too much. I might say like, okay, let's back it off a little bit so that, you know, otherwise you'll have bloating and all kinds of other issues. But I think, you know, the reason they're able to eat more is because we're really not focused on calories. I know I've mentioned that a few times, but we're really focused on what foods feed your metabolism. What foods help keep your blood sugar steady. When you have a steady blood sugar all day, you're not releasing a bunch of insulin that is, you know, storing fat. Insulin is a storage hormone. When you're spiking your blood sugar all day long, you're storing more fat. And that's, you know, what a lot of people are doing, even if they're not eating that much. Even if they're eating very little, they might be spiking their blood sugar and storing fat constantly. So we work on sort of reversing that, making sure their body is burning fat instead of storing it. But they're also eating enough so that they're supporting their muscles. And your muscles are super important when it comes to your metabolism. I mean, that's like a direct link. The more muscle mass you have,
and the more you burn.
The more you burn, like very simply. So we want to
lift your weights.
Lift your weights, eat your protein.
So what are the best foods, like if someone watching this wanted to know a few foods to keep their metabolism and like their blood sugar steady so they're not spiking, like what are some things they could eat?
Sure. I love avocados because they are obviously a healthy fat, but most people don't know they're full of fiber. Like half of an avocado has 4 or 5 grams of fiber, just right there.
Wow.
And then I love, you know, lean proteins like shrimp, chicken. I love eggs for you know, healthy metabolism because they have both healthy fat and protein. Really any sort of high protein foods, and I know that's a lot of animal proteins. If you don't do animal proteins, you want to focus on things like lentils, beans, nuts, things like that, because protein actually is what revs up your metabolism the most. It has a thermo effect in your body. It actually can increase your metabolism up to 30%. After eating it, you know, as long as you eat enough of it, like at least 20 to 30 grams in a meal. So
because it takes more energy for your body to break through it, right?
to break it down. And
more time for your body to absorb the nutrients.
Exactly.
So
yep. So it's working a lot harder.
two
Yep, it's working a lot
ways,
harder, so
yeah.
it revs up your metabolism, and then at the same time, it's the most satiating macronutrient, so it's also keeping you full the longest.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, that's one of my top tips is if you're doing nothing else, like, just make sure you have a protein at every meal, because that's
Yeah.
really what's going to keep you full.
Wow. So, hold on, my mind is so blank. That's great. That's a great cut part. I was
Great cut.
thinking about gas. Because, like, eating a lot of fiber and beans can, like, cause gas.
We can talk about fiber.
Okay. So, cutting from there. Okay. So, let's talk about fiber.
Yeah.
Like, so you talk about that a lot. It's really important to get that. So, how many grams a day should people aim to eat fiber? And what are good sources of fiber?
Sure. So 25 to 35 grams of fiber a day is what you want to shoot for. And you really have to be intentional about it. This is one that most people, unless they're thinking like, okay, what's my fiber source? They're probably not going to get enough fiber, at least living
Yeah.
in the United States.
Or like a fiber 1 bar is not going to cut it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I really love to do with fiber is kind of front load it. So at the beginning of the day, you know, have a smoothie with like 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, for example. Already you're like 11.
And those are good healthy fats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And protein. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like your
All the
trifecta.
things.
Yeah. Chia seeds is the best.
Just eat chia seeds.
Just eat chia seeds. But right then and there, like you've already got 11, 12 grams of fiber. Like
yeah.
just in your smoothie. And then that's not even including whatever else you put in your smoothie that might have more, you know, berries or whatever. So that's kind of my little trick with fiber is like front loaded it at the beginning of the day. I even like to put like inulin or acacia fiber in my coffee. I'll put a tablespoon just to kind of, you know, elongate that blood sugar curve, keep me more full. Fiber is great. It expands in your stomach, so it keeps you full.
Yeah.
And it also, you know, lowers your blood sugar response, which helps you burn more fat. So I kind of like to, like I said, front load my day with it. And then the rest of the day, you know, just making sure I'm getting plenty of vegetables. There's a lot of fiber in vegetables. Lentils are a great source of fiber.
Love lentils.
Yeah, like lentil pasta, chickpea pasta, those are amazing.
And there are those like packets at the grocery store, the Madeira lentils, I think they're called.
Oh yeah, no, those
but
are
you
awesome.
you just clip a
Yeah, you
little,
don't even
cut
have to
it,
cook
put it in
them.
the microwave, put some jasmine rice in the microwave.
There you go.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Madra lentils.
They're Madra lentils.
Madra
yes,
lentils,
you're right.
yeah.
Yep, those are great.
So good.
Yep.
I have some at home. I might eat them tonight.
And like black bean pasta, it's got like 15 grams of fiber.
Really?
Per serve. It's crazy, yeah.
Is
It's
it
like
good?
if you're eating regular pasta anymore, it's like, what's wrong with you? Yes. Yeah. Black bean pasta.
I have red
I like
lentil
it
pasta.
I like it with a little like butter or olive oil and like garlic salt.
Ooh.
That's the best. I don't like it with red sauce, but yeah.
And you have a lot of good recipes on your website. So make sure to go to thenutritionaddiction.com. I recently made your buffalo chicken tacos.
Oh, yes.
And they're so good because I love hot sauce.
Yes.
I love buffalo chicken. I love tacos. So like it's just
It's
perfect.
good stuff.
It's
Yeah.
delicious. So let's talk about cheese next because we all love cheese and Mexican and cheese dip. So like I don't want to give that up, but I want to be healthy. Like, do you still let your clients like eat cheese dip?
Absolutely. So cheese in general, I count as a healthy fat.
Okay.
I mean, if you're eating like really processed nasty cheese, like no, that's not. I would not count that as a healthy fat. That's more of a treat.
Yeah, like we don't want a Kraft single that's
Yeah,
dyed yellow.
we don't want-
we don't want a Kraft single.
But some good goat cheese or like some fresh
Yeah.
mozzarella or
Some
some good
feta.
exactly.
Yeah.
I count that as a healthy fat. Some people disagree with me on that, but full fat dairy is actually shown to have a lot more health benefits than low fat dairy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I've
and
heard
so,
that.
Yeah, as long as you're getting good quality cheese, you can absolutely eat it. You know, bad fats are like your fried foods, your industrial seed oils,
Yes,
like
the ones that cause
corn oil, like
inflammation.
all
Yeah.
of those. Like cheese is totally fine as long as you can tolerate it. If you can't tolerate it, you shouldn't eat it.
Right, but if you
tolerate
can,
it,
it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you want to do like
I
some
think a
queso
lot of
every
people
once in
are
a while.
stuck, like, people are like, no cheese, like,
Yeah.
it's bad for you, or you have to have low fat, when in reality, the fat is really beneficial for you.
Yeah, and actually, you know, like mozzarella cheese especially has actually like a really good amount of protein in it too, so you can kind of count it as
just
both.
pile it on my black bean
Pile it
pasta.
on.
Like,
Cottage cheese, oh my god, I'm a huge cottage cheese fan.
my mom always ate cottage cheese and pineapple as a
A lot
snack.
of people like that. I think that's nasty, but a lot of people like that.
I just like it by itself.
I like it mixed with salsa.
Another weird thing my mom would always eat is like banana and mayonnaise sandwiches. Sorry, Mom. I love you, but that's nasty. She's like, that's so good. You know what you're missing. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not missing much. I'll take
Sad.
a grilled cheese fix.
Yeah.
So you were a bartender. You and
Yes.
your husband are opening a bar. So I want to hear about that. How can people have healthy cocktails and still go out and be social, have a glass of wine, have a margarita, and still be healthy? Like, you talk about ways to make your favorite cocktails better.
Yeah, so I'm a big advocate of being able to,
Drinking.
yeah, being able to, I'm a big advocate of binge drinking. No, I'm not.
No,
But
she's
I'm a
not.
big
She's
advocate of
kidding.
just being able
It's
to go
joke.
out. It's
Okay.
a joke.
Joke.
Go out and have fun with your friends and have
Yes.
some drinks and have it not affect your weight.
Yeah.
You know, really what's interesting about alcohol is that pure alcohol, like vodka, tequila, our bodies don't store it as fat, or
Yeah.
it doesn't prefer to store it as fat anyways. Our bodies do love, however, to store sugar as fat. So when we're drinking alcohol with soda, juice, or like even a margarita with agave, or you know, whatever,
syrup, margarita
Any-
mixes.
simple syrup, right?
Ugh.
That is what our body is storing as fat. And what's really interesting is, you know, when we drink alcohol, it's going through our liver because our body needs to get rid of it as quickly as possible.
Right,
It's
we need
poison.
that out.
It's poison. So it's really focused on eliminating the poison, and it's not so much focused on things like your metabolism. So you're, consuming that sugar, your body's just going to be like, let's just store this for later.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
We're just
take
focusing
it right,
on the alcohol.
Take it right
Like,
to
get
your
out.
ass. Like,
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, if you're gonna drink, stick with very simple like vodka club soda with some fresh lemon juice. If you're gonna get a margarita,
Yes, let's hear.
there's no reason to have
nutrition
agave.
addiction.
There's no reason to have agave in your margarita. I mean,
No.
you go to Mexico, like they don't even put it in there. It's fresh. Ask for the tequila. I like to ask for a little orange liqueur, like Cointreau or whatever, and then fresh lime juice.
Yes.
A little salt.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, it's super simple.
If I'm super wild, I might get a tiny splash of orange juice, but like that's not even necessary.
No.
Okay.
It's not. Like, we want
It's
the
not.
purest, like,
Yeah.
form.
Yeah. And
that's the
it's so
best.
funny because whenever I order it, I mean, you've been out with me when I've ordered it, and I'll
Like,
get it.
wait, I want the same thing.
Yeah, and then everyone at the table's like, wait, your margarita is so much better than mine, and then they all end up ordering it. It's so
fresh.
much better.
Like, once you have your margarita, you can't have anything else.
It's really
I've literally
special.
been out and texting her, like, hey, can you, like, send me your recipe really quick? Screenshot.
You have no idea how often I get that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's sort
like-
of sad.
It's your thing.
It's my
you
thing.
need to trademark it.
I should.
Yeah.
I really should. Yeah.
But yeah, your margaritas are fantastic. So you can always DM her, stalk her on Instagram, go on her website, and or text her. I mean, if you're cool with her, if you have her number. We're not gonna give that out.
Recipe with you.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's delicious. I'll put it below in the video description so people can see it. So I have a surprise.
No.
This is 100% agave
Beautiful.
tequila.
Yeah.
Made in Mexico. So this is
It's
like
pure. It's good
pure.
stuff. Are we gonna do a shot?
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna show that it's okay to be healthy. Having a shot of tequila or a margarita is not bad.
At 2:00 in the afternoon.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
It's healthy. Because there's
And
no
you have
sugar.
shot glasses.
And I have
Okay.
shot glasses. We're
Okay.
prepared.
Here we are.
It's all
Let's do
about a pure tequila and being prepared.
Yep. And as far as like wine goes,
Yeah, so tell us more about, I don't want that much.
Okay.
I'm a baby. That's it. Thank you. That's plenty.
As far as like wine goes, kind of the same thing. Like you want to make sure you're not doing like a sweet wine, like Riesling, Moscato, those really sweet. You can taste wine. And you're like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
It's full of sugar.
I like a red.
And what's
Are
really
reds full of sugar?
It just depends. Some are like some of the blends, but if you taste it and it's not sweet, like it probably isn't full of sugar.
Yeah.
The thing you want to be careful of, any American wine, is in the US, you can have up to 300 different additives. It's either 200 or 300 different additives that they can add to wine without putting it on the label. So you've got all kinds of junk that they're putting in there that your liver is also having to process.
Wow. And you have no idea.
You really have no idea. So if you can buy imported wine, even better. Otherwise, go for a drier variety.
So where's your favorite wine? Sorry.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's
Are we
do it.
ready?
Yeah. Hold on. everyone is about to see that not only can I handle a regular person shot, I also have to have a chaser because I'm weak. So here's my water chaser.
Please don't throw up.
I'm not going to throw up.
Cheers.
Okay. Hannah, you want to do the Mexican cheers?
I don't know how to do that.
Arriba, abajo, pa dentro, pa cent. Wait, I did it backwards. Okay, whatever.
You say it. How about?
Let's just cheers.
Okay.
Salud.
Salud. Wow. Wasn't expecting that on our interview today, but I'm pretty happy about it.
That's a
That's a
not
great
bad.
tequila.
Yeah, it's a good tequila.
This is actually one of my favorite, like, very reasonably priced but very good tequilas.
This is Olmeca Altos tequila.
Got a nice flavor.
Feel free to. This is not sponsored. However, if you want to sponsor us, please send us your tequila, and we will drink it.
Yes.
All right. So, tell us about your bar because it's opening. Your business has literally taken off. You're featured on the Skinny Confidential because you want to give away. A shout out to Lauren. We honestly bonded over.
Yeah.
We bonded over tequila, Mexican food, and the Skinny Confidential.
Yep,
and we're
that's
like,
exactly
oh, okay,
yep.
cool. So, like, the same day I met her, I invited her to my wedding because what else would you do when you find a soulmate? So,
this is actually a true story.
No, seriously.
literally, this is exact. Within 10 minutes, she was like, "Do you want to come to my wedding next week?" And I was like, "In Mexico? Yeah, but like I'm kind of. I don't know. I have plans already. I'm sorry."
Well, cancel them. I'm just kidding. So, how do you manage like doing all the things, growing a business? Now you're opening a bar. Mm-hmm. You're a married person. You're my friend, and it's hard to get in touch with you because you're like, "Oh, sorry, I'm working. I'm on a call." I'm like, oh, goals. So, how do you manage it all?
Well, just to be very clear, my husband does 99.9% of the bar.
Yeah.
I, am
And what's the name of it?
Black Sheep Tavern. Black Sheep Tavern and Oyster Room.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, oysters.
Yeah, so we're on Edgewood Avenue. Oysters, sandwiches, appetizers, lots of great cocktails and beers. But that's mostly his project. Yeah. I'm there to support when I need to. Like I was at City Hall for 2 hours yesterday trying to get our liquor license paperwork. Wow. But that's just like when he calls me and he's like, "Megan, I need you to go do this." But it's mostly, my stuff and the way I juggle it. My biggest thing that I've learned this year, because I used to be like really bad at it, is time blocking. Like that's so like literally I have like for 1 hour, I'm doing emails in the morning and then I'm turning off my notifications because I can't. Yeah. And that's why I never text people back because I have to turn off my notifications. Yeah. So that's my
it's like, hey, do you still love me?
Main thing I do. And I really do make time for fun. Like I have to.
I see you going out.
Yeah, I used to be terrible about that, but it's really important to me to be able to have a date night with my husband, have a night out with my friends like every other week and
decompress.
And then also I recently started working at Stat Wellness with Kristen 1 day a week, which has been amazing because then I'm like just totally focused all day on one, my stuff. So that's been really nice.
And you can get out of like what you're working on. So
you have to get out of your element.
You have another dimension to your career.
Exactly. And I'm actually, I haven't even told you this, but I'm going to start helping my old business coach, Shannon Monson. I'm going to start.
Is she the one that took a 5-day free thing that you're promoting?
Yeah. So I'm starting to help her with some business coaching so that I can, again, just kind of switch gears a little bit and like do something else one day a week.
Oh my gosh, congrats. It's always good though to not have all your eggs in a basket.
Totally.
So like
I'm trying to diversify what I'm doing and have like multiple streams of income now.
Stat Wellness, now this business coaching.
Absolutely.
Being my friend, like your eggs are in many baskets.
I know. It's like
obviously
I'm so busy.
I'm your golden egg, but let's be just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
So now you can coach me on how to grow Fit Atlanta.
I know.
To be on your level now because you're just like way up here. And don't forget the little people.
Never.
I'm always here for a drink. But seriously, okay. So you time batch, and you batch your work.
Yes.
What else? Turn off your notifications. How do you like?
And then also, so recently, I've been using a planner called the Daily Deposit, and I'm totally shouting this out because
no, I want to try that.
It's incredible. So Macy McNeely, if find her on Instagram, she's amazing. She created this journal called the Daily Deposit, and it's every single day. You write down your. What you're grateful for, which is just a nice way to start your day.
Yeah.
What you're learning, and then your game day list. So it's like
your what?
Game day list.
Game day list.
So it's your
for
top
the day.
5. Yes.
Okay.
So I also have a start planner that I like do my whole.
Love start planner.
Love start planner too. I
Let's
do my
have
whole
Christy.
brain dump. Yeah, I do my whole brain dump in there, and then I
Yeah.
pull stuff like these are the top 5 things that I have to get done today, or I'm gonna die. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of whatever the way I look at it. And then
Well, yeah,
every
I mean,
day,
you're
and then
gonna
you
die.
write down and then you have your affirmations. So it's just
Yes.
a nice way to start out your day.
Oh, and at the bottom of the start planner, which is really cool, is that she actually has the water droplets, so you can
Yes.
check off your hydration,
I think
your
you need both.
workout.
You need both.
Oh, even your medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I love
honestly,
that.
having those 2 tools has completely changed my productivity.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Like I have to get those 5 things done, and then you either win or lose the day. It's a W or an L. So you're really
What?
competitive with yourself. You're
Yes,
like, I don't want
I
an
love
L.
a healthy
Yeah.
dose of
And there was
competition.
like just the other night, during the Super Bowl, all my friends were out. This was like Thursday night.
Yeah.
And my husband was out. They're having a good time, and I was like, I cannot leave until I win the day. Like, and so I didn't even meet him out until like 12:30 at night.
I'm gonna
So
get
like,
one,
I
and we
have to-
can be accountability people. Like, hey, did you
Absolutely.
win your day?
I like recommend that to everybody. It's totally changed
Okay,
my
I'm gonna have to
productivity
get
game.
one.
Yeah.
So the daily deposit
The
planner.
daily deposit. Yeah. It's
Okay.
just daily deposit, I think.
Oh,
is what it's
daily
called.
deposit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have the start planner. So those 2 tools
Yep.
help you.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Those are my 2 big ones.
Yeah. So
And they're both paper. Online, I don't know, something about, even though my whole business is online, I don't want my planner. I don't want my
Yeah.
calendar to be online.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why.
that's true. Some people have like an online list, which I actually have. I have my start planner. I have just a standard notebook that I keep a to-do list in also. And then I have a tasks on Google.
Yeah.
And I love a Google spreadsheet. Like,
Do you really?
yes. Like, I
Oh my
literally,
God.
Blakely from Urban Pines, who's shooting this video, can tell you I have a spreadsheet that she's like, oh my gosh, I'm really impressed with like how you organize this shoot. And I'm like, I literally cannot function if I don't have every single detail.
Oh,
And
I
it's-
love
but
that.
So when I was planning the
That would
fit-
make me hurt to like put
I
the
can help
spreadsheet
you.
together.
I can help
Please.
you. Like, I can give you a framework, and like you can just whatever.
Amazing.
And
Thank
this
you.
developed when I was planning the Fit Atlanta Fast last year
Mm-hmm.
because I literally did it for like 95% of it by myself.
Yeah.
Megan Bush helped me out a lot. Shout out to
Right.
Megan. I owe you my life. You know that. And like other people, like you being a speaker and stuff. But like organizing it, I literally had to figure out a way to like keep it all together. And now I have this like beautiful process in a spreadsheet. And now this year I can like execute and not have to worry about it.
Having a system
But-
is
Yes.
everything.
Yeah, it is.
And
so
you gotta
now,
find your own, but
yeah. So now I create a spreadsheet for everything. Everything.
amazing.
I keep my friends, I number them. So right now you're like top 5.
Amazing. Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. You're always going to be, my number 1. Okay.
Not
I
kidding
don't
about the
number- I
spreadsheet
don't
of your
number my
friends, just kidding about
friends.
top 5.
No, you are my top 5. Wait, that doesn't make sense because I was kidding. I forgot my own joke. Okay, anyways. So you have a majority online business, except whenever you're at Stat Wellness. What has been your biggest challenge growing your business online? Like you literally, your Instagram has taken off, your online program has taken off. Like what has been your challenge, but how did you also achieve that growth? Like what's been your
Okay, so
secret?
I would say the number one thing that has helped me get to where I am is hiring a business coach. Honestly, well, okay, let's say 2 things. Number one, it's your mentality. If you have the mentality that you're not good enough, that the market is too saturated, that everybody's doing it, that you can't do, the first thing you need to do is get your mind right.
Yeah.
And you might need to hire a mindset coach. I'm all about hiring coaches because I have seen my investment in coaches come back to me tenfold, if not more, probably more.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you invest in something like that and you
Yeah.
do the research and you hire someone that's good, you're going to put the work in because you just paid a lot of money to someone to help them.
Right. It paying money is actually holds you accountable.
Absolutely.
Like whether it's a trainer, a doctor,
Absolutely. Yep.
like Kristen doing the health coaching, you doing the nutrition coaching, like that's what gets results is when you actually have a vested interest.
If you have to, exactly. So, and also there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. So when I first started out, I was trying to do all these things on my own because I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm smart,
Yeah.
But
it's hard doing
it's
it on
hard.
your own.
Like, just
you're
pay
gonna get
someone
burned
to
out.
give you the framework. Why not?
Yeah.
Someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that has helped me immensely. I will say, small side note, is that if you do hire a coach, you want to you have to vet them and make sure you talk to people that have worked with them and that you really trust them.
Because there are lots of people online
tons.
who will take your money and run.
Almost everyone I know, I feel like, has been scammed by someone, and I think I haven't.
It's a rite of passage. Except for you.
Well, I haven't because I was so like diligent about
Well, you don't want to waste your money. It's a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, whether it's a business coach, a mindset coach, whatever, someone to help you get to where you want to go. And you want to also look at that person and make sure that their business looks like what you want your business to look like.
Yeah.
Of course. Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, getting your mind right, like I said, is the number one, but then also hiring someone to help you get to where you
and I
want to be.
think another thing you touched on is
and also everybody's doing it. So don't feel like you're the only person that like is hiring, even like you're the biggest like coaches or like successful people out there. I promise you 99% of them have hired a coach.
Yeah.
Like, they have.
Well, and it's kind of like, what is it? Like when you pass it on to others, like if someone has helped you, like help them.
Yeah.
And that's only how everyone can grow.
Exactly.
Like don't keep all the secrets or your talents like to
No.
yourself. Like
No.
there's room for everybody.
Yeah.
And that goes back to where you said the saturated market. Like there are probably thousands of people who do exactly what you do, but not everyone is you. Like what makes you special is you're so fun, you're hilarious, you're unfiltered, you're opening a bar, you love to have a good cocktail, you love to eat good food, like and
that's the other thing I would say is being 100% authentically yourself.
Be yourself.
And putting bits and pieces out there that aren't necessarily like, I don't talk about food and nutrition all the time. I have like weird, quirky things that I talk about a lot that people can relate to, and they're like, oh wow, she's
you have
human.
to be relatable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alcohol's one of them. Recently, I had to get my tooth pulled, and then I
you were so real
I broke
about
my
that.
tooth twice, so I'm like toothless for like weeks, and
it's hilarious.
Instead of hiding it, I made it a funny thing, and all these people are messaging me like, "Oh my God, this happened to me too," and just little things like that. That's where you get your human connection. That's not necessarily just about, what it is that you're selling.
Yeah. So we got to wrap this up.
Yes,
because you actually have an online video client call coming up, which she does that too, so you can always work with her. But quickly, what are your favorite food? You make a lot of recipes. Like what's your favorite like go-to healthy recipe?
Gosh. Yes. Okay, so as far as favorite food, I have to tell you I don't have one. Someone asked me this the other day, and I asked my husband, I'm like, what's my favorite food? He's like, you have 100 favorite. My whole family makes fun of me because I'm constantly saying everything's my favorite. Like I have 20,000 favorite colors.
Depends on your mood.
It depends on my mood. Yeah. Like I have multiple personalities. But I would say like,
who doesn't?
As far as like food, like any like sort of process. This is funny.
Processed food.
Processed melted cheese,
dip.
like a cheese dip, like nachos,
just like an enchilada.
Macaroni and cheese.
I'm
with
literally
Velveeta,
getting chills.
Like
yes,
not healthy at all. But my favorite healthy food that I could just literally eat every day would be like shrimp, avocado.
Yes,
like a shrimp avocado lime
toast.
Salad,
or
toast with like Shrimp toast. I love Wassa crackers. That's another one of my favorites.
Fiber.
They're like the kind of crackers that your grandma loves to eat. Like I swear,
grandma
people
crackers.
my age like don't eat them except they do now because I've been talking about
because
them on
you're
social
cool
all the time.
and like you're making them cool.
But I like put a bunch of avocado on that, some like cottage cheese, turkey, pickles. I eat it.
Oh my gosh!
Every single
everyone
day.
is posting about it.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. It's going viral.
It's my movement. It's going viral. It's so delicious. It sounds weird, but it's so delicious.
Okay, and so obviously, quickly, a selfish plug. What do you think about the Fit Atlanta? You were involved in the festival. We've done a lot of things together. What are your thoughts on how Fit Atlanta is impacting the community?
So what I love about the Fit Atlanta is that I would say it has single-handedly connected me to more people in Atlanta in the wellness community than anything else before. I was really on my own. I actually just had an interview about this, and I think I mentioned it because I was like,
ooh, let me know.
I'm not a networker. Yeah. I'm not someone who just like goes out and is like, hey, I'm Megan. Like, that's not me at all. I mean, unless I'm drunk. But being able, coming to your events and like meeting people, and I didn't meet Kristen through you, but I've
Yeah.
stayed connected to her through you, and
Yeah.
all these other people in the community that I just didn't know before.
Yeah.
That has now helped. I've helped them with their careers. They've helped me with mine. They're my friends now.
Yeah, we became
it's-
friends through
we
Fit
became
Atlanta.
friends through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I
for
love,
me. That's the number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just the connection that
Yeah.
I wouldn't normally have because I just don't put myself out there. And I also work by myself from home and I'm like lonely all
Well,
the time.
also, when you're not in school or college, it's hard to meet
it's really hard to
people.
meet people.
And
Really
especially
hard.
have the same interests. Like,
And in Atlanta, I feel
you,
like it can be.
Kristen, like, you guys are some of my greatest friends
Yeah.
who I've met through Fit Atlanta. So, like, I mean, I love it. This
Yeah.
is the connection. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for
You're
having
so
me.
much
Thanks for the
fun.
tequila.
Of course, anytime.
Anytime.
Make sure to go check out Megan Kober from The Nutrition Addiction. Go sign up for her courses. Let her help
Just
you.
say hi.
Or just say hi.
Yeah.
Just follow her.
Slide in my DMs.
Slide her. She loves it. She loves to be hit on. Okay. All right. That's it. Thank you.